Hello, welcome back. Instead of doing a PowerPoint presentation like Joey does, I am deciding to do a drawing. It's not even working. A drawing. Boom, boom. That's me. Hello, everyone. I wanted to talk about my experience going to this dance place in LA. And I wanted to talk to you all about my thoughts and just draw while I did it because I typically like to do graphs. So, it was really, 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 really fun. Let me move my little stylus. Okay, it was super fun. Um, to give you all some context, I like to dance. I like to boogie oogie. I like to get down with it. Um, I'm not the best dancer, I would say, but I do enjoy the art of moving your body and expressing. But typically, and again, there's really no need for me to be drawing. But this right here is a club. Is a club, right? We got the long lines, people. We have the bouncer right here. But this is a club. And when you go inside this club, what'll happen is that you'll find a lot of people who are there just to pick up women. And you'll also find women who are there just to get hit on by men. And that is an oversimplification. But from my experience in the places that I went to, K-Town, Koreatown, in Pasadena, in Hollywood, a lot of the places people are just there to kind of meet and mingle with other people. And that's great and fun, and there's always a place for that. But the one thing that I don't really enjoy is that people aren't really there to dance. Why? When did that ever disappear? And that sucks because I hear from people who are much older than I am, from my parents all the way down to my friends who are in their 30s, that say that back in the day, they used to dance all the time. No, that's not the experience that I get whatsoever, because you have guys like this guy right here who is just hand in his pocket, okay? And then a drink in his, oh my God, his arm should be up here, okay? Right? Hand in his pocket, a drink right here. And all he's doing is that's all he's doing. He's kind of looking out to, not really dancing. And it makes for a really boring time because when you go at the end of the night, if let's say you get rejected a lot of times, you didn't have the courage to go up to someone to go talk to them, then you're kind of like, damn, why did I come here in the first place? There are moments when, yes, it does work and you go dance with someone and you have a really good time and you know, do all the things, but you know, that's really not what I want to do every single time that I go out to dance. And so I have a few other options. I have one, I can, again, there's no, okay, whatever. I can go to a dance studio. Okay. There's two, I can go to the club, like I mentioned. And then three, what else? I can go to line dancing. That's a fun one. But recently, I went, okay, I'm going to draw it as like a rectangle this time. I went to this house dance place. And guys, it was amazing. It actually started off with my friend who told me about the spot, who invited me. And what was really nice was that right after she invited me, she actually gave me like a little pep talk about the space, telling me how important it was, telling me about like the history of it and how a lot of people come there to feel liberated and just to enjoy themselves. And as soon as I heard that, I lit up. I was like, oh my gosh, a place that requires this sort of prep is a special community. And so when I showed up at this club, it's not even a club, it's not a club. When I showed up at this dance thing, the first thing that I see are people literally dancing. Like they were out here just kind of like music was playing and they were just kind of like doing like, it wasn't even all like, it wasn't just bouncing. It wasn't just a two-step. They were like freaking doing some contemporary art. Some of them were like tapping. Some of them were just like all to the beat of the music, and they were really good, but just like their own thing, and they were in their own world. And the place wasn't even packed yet. And this was just the beginning of the night around 9 p.m. As the night continued on, the people who were coming into this space were people who were, you could tell that they were dancers, you can tell that they were artists, you can tell that they were people who were fun, and it felt like every person kind of had a story. And I think this was the type of place where if you wore a black shirt and black jeans, you know, like most people do when they go to a club, especially dudes, that it's not really the place for that. Like, it's like a place where people were wearing like cool vests or cool dresses, or like just like all of these ways that they could express themselves. And for the first time in a long time, I went dancing and I really enjoyed myself to the point where I did not care about who was next to me. I was only enjoying their presence and their energy. And my body was just moving. Like I was doing the boogie oogie. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, I was having so much fun. I was like going through different levels as I was dancing. I was vibing with my brother who I went with. I made friends with new people. I was just enjoying people dance and have fun. And you could tell that this energy was so different than all the past places that I'd been to, because it really focused on movement. It focused on expression, and it focused on using dance as a means to be free. And it reminded me about this really important thing, is that like you really need to find the right spaces to be in order to have this feeling of, I am supposed to be here. Like when I was there, I was like, we have to come back. We have to come back here. This is so much fun. I'm having so much fun. I like just thinking about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was such a good time. Like I really was just dancing and having fun, enjoying the music, enjoying the people around me, appreciating all the different dance styles that were happening, appreciating all the smiles that were happening, you know, like I didn't feel like there was a goal to get with someone, to get someone's number, to dance next to someone. The goal was just to have fun and to give that energy off to other people. And I was like, holy crap, I need more spaces that are like this. Because usually what happens is that like, this is a corner, right? And we have like the dance floor on a typical, like, you know, typical like setting. I would be the guy that's on here, right? And oh my God, I don't even know how to draw the arms. Maybe does arms go here? Yeah. I would be the guy that's here and I'm like dancing, but I would feel so weird because everyone else around me is kind of just like, they're not dancing. And so I feel odd, and I'm self-conscious about how I'm dancing, or how people are perceiving me, or how I look, or how I don't look. And it's hard to continue that vibe because you have to sustain it when you're looking at other people and they're not dancing. Whereas in this place, when I was in the corner dancing, I look around myself and I saw that everyone was dancing. Everyone else was having a good time. Everyone else, they weren't paying attention to me. They weren't paying attention to anyone else. They were really just having fun. You know, they were just like moving to the music. They were enjoying, they were expressing, they were trying new things. They were like practicing old moves and trying new moves. But it was just like an energy of like, well, we're all here in our own little worlds, but doing it together. And that is so special. I think that when it comes to this in the future, I'm going to try to find more of that energy. And when I'm in a space that I don't feel as if I maybe feel like kind of odd because I'm trying, you know, like I'm trying to dance, I'm trying to enjoy myself, but no one else is kind of fucking with it. I have to remember that there are communities out there that exist that do exactly what I want to do. So that's what I learned. I'm definitely going to come back. I'm going to go dance again. I don't know when, but I will be back. It was so much fun. And it also encouraged me to want to learn how to dance better, just because there was moments where I was like thinking and I was like sitting down And I would see people around me and I would hear the music and I'm thinking to myself, it would be so cool if my body was able to do blah, 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 blah. And in my head, I could picture exactly what type of moves I wanted to do, but then I know that my body just isn't used to moving in that way. So it was just like it would be nice to learn how to dance. Um, but yes, house dancing, house music, house community, dance community, fantastic time. Definitely one of the best things that has happened to me this year is finding this group of people who enjoy themselves through dance. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you on Thursday.